So you want to go a little deeper and tell them everything? Let's turn the interview on you, buddy.
Well, building it, you're kind of going, man, that's gonna work, but you still wonder if it's actually gonna work.
I didn't want to destroy my life making this.
Why's the water so dirty?
Can we make it bigger?
Oh yeah, the answer is absolutely yes.
Are you willing to discuss how this whole thing actually creates a wave?
Yeah, so
What the is actually going on out here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Good morning, Nub Nation, from the middle of absolutely nowhere, Arizona. We're here back at the 8th wonder of the world, the wave source. As a lot of you guys know, earlier this year I released a video called I Built a Wave Pool in My Own Backyard, and it pretty much went viral. It has like 500,000 views, and it was posted on like every website imaginable, surfing related, and it has more comments than I could even read through. But the interesting thing about this wave pool is that these guys built this technology in their backyard, DIY, with their bare hands. But we still have so many questions. It seems like you guys were absolutely fascinated with this. I'm absolutely fascinated with this. So therefore we are back. When I heard through the grapevine that there's potentially a full-size new location of this wave being built somewhere in the continental US within the next 6 months, I had to come back and investigate. So we're here today, back at the wave source in Arizona. We're gonna talk to the engineers, talk to the founders, talk to the builders, and we're gonna figure out what the is actually going on out here for the dream. What does it feel like to have your creation that you put so much time, effort, money, like so much of your life and energy into, and then have it received how it was received?
I'm just grateful that the damn thing works. it's the greatest. Hopefully what I've done will bring a lot of joy to a lot of people.
All right, Tony.
Dan.
The people have questions.
All right, I don't know how much I want to give them, but let's do it.
Where do we begin? One of the main things that people are loving about the video is the fact that it's DIY. Do it yourself. Truly, literally a backyard wave pool built by you guys with your bare hands.
The challenge for me was really the finance, the dollars. You know, trying to do this in a way that I could bring my design to real life, real scale. I didn't have a ton of money I didn't want to destroy my life making this happen. So obviously I've searched for maybe DIY construction methods. One of the challenges we came to was when I was working on designing the expansion chambers, I wanted to try to figure out how to form them, and the cheapest way I could figure out how to build forms and make it work was I used shipping containers.
There's a lot.
Shipping
containers. They are heavily fabricated. There's a lot of reinforcing. It was still the cheapest way for us to form the concrete around it, to prove the theory of the math. I mean, it's a big math equation in my opinion, and obviously it fires. You're here. I have a large metal manufacturing company. We do a lot of sheet work, tube forming, welding. Day one, Tony comes to me and I agree to it, and Ryan agrees to it.
In the beginning, I thought, Ash, what are we doing? I don't even know how to explain it. It was like, you want to do what? I was involved in the earthwork concept, mostly the construction of the actual pool itself.
We order a bunch of trailers to start transporting all the sea containers in. Me and Randy sit down, we start drawing all of our drawings and get everything done in CAD.
I'm mainly the mechanical. I understand how Ash's factory works. I know how to design parts for him that are good to manufacture.
We hit the floor, my sons, my foreman.
What?
He's older by 13 minutes.
Who can lift more?
Come on. No.
All my employees start welding.
I do most of the welding, so what we did is we welded a lot of the stuff at the shop, took it down here, pretty much played construction.
We kind of stopped production on a couple of my other big clients.
Threw everything that we had at it to try to speed it up.
They weren't super happy, but that's kind of how things go when you're in a situation like this, and we committed to it, and we didn't stop.
At first I was like, man, you guys have lost your mind. I'm out of here.
We just kept welding. There's a lot of welding. I mean, all the wall was welded by us. All the containers were welded by us.
Whoa, man, this is crazy. But, you know, with our metal fabrication skills, to be able to modify those sea containers to make them work for his prototype, to be able to make his vision come to life.
All the reinforcements, all the airlines. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of work in here. It's not just, there's a lot of work.
It was a lot of different work taking those metal containers and modifying them correctly to be able to support what it's taken to show that prototype and to be able to make those things bigger and stronger to be able to support what's going in them. It's been interesting, it's been fun, it's been a challenge.
We had a ragtag team.
All that wall that has square tubing, flat sheets, I did all that.
Once we had everything fabricated at the factory, we brought everything on site, set it with cranes. My daughter.
It's always been a huge part of like who we are as a family to just kind of work.
My head guy, Dean.
I wrecked the puzzle that they built for me. We shipped them down here on a big flatbed. We had a big crane and we set them all with the with crane. He welded the tops together.
We did bring in some finishers for the concrete. Luckily enough, my neighbor up the hill was a concrete guy. We did 45 trucks in one day, which that's a big pour, and we got it done. Put a liner in, filled it up with water, and ran into some problems. Then fixed the problems, then ran into a couple more problems.
Why's the water so dirty?
My vision was to create a hole in the water to where the water wanted to come back in. It's a drop-in technology. The water drops, just like when you drop the pebble, and then it pops back up. But making the drop even bigger and faster to make bigger waves.
Quick side note about the size of this wave. There's always an argument about wave sizes in surfing. 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. I don't think we're reaching 6 feet, but I do want you guys to understand that a lot of these shots are being filmed from a 17-foot elevation at the front of the pool, so the waves actually appear to be smaller than they are. Also, there's a ripple that runs in front of the wave that I think makes the wave look smaller than it is. These guys are only working with a 50-foot wide pool, and they're only working with 20 chambers in this system. So for them to be putting off a 3-foot wave, a 4-foot wave, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and make a heavy claim, in some cases, a 5-foot wave, it's actually pretty incredible what they're doing with this amount of space that they're working with. When I look at these still shots, I understand that these waves don't look big, but all I can do is look at the size of the wave relative to the size of my body. Now, I'm just on the verge of 6 feet tall, so biologically, we kind of have to make the claim that that wave is 5 feet. With all that being said, I'm excited for what the future holds. A pool 3 times this size with a deeper drop could potentially give us a head-high wave or more. And I'm looking forward to seeing if that's possible with the Wave Source drop-in technology.
Claim? We're still frothing grounds, just stoked on the backyard pool. This is everybody's childhood dream. Any surfer who's ever dreamed about a wave pool, I mean, this is it, come to fruition. You know, the backyard wave pool, like this is your recreation right here in your backyard.
That's
so sick. Good job, boys. Woo.
You're a big surfer?
No, was not.
Then why'd you build a wave pool?
Never did because afraid of sharks. But here, I think we have an opportunity to actually do something here.
No, that's actually serious. Like, we've never tried surfing, boogie boarding. When we go to the ocean, maybe here.
Like we were always afraid of sharks or whatever, but
Don't you think the wave pool kind of helps with the shark situation a little bit?
just a little tiny bit.
There was so much to it, and there was more than people think about the wave pool. I was able to experience and be a part of every factor of construction and learn welding, heavy equipment operating, water movement, woodwork, concrete. Like I learned so much involving all of this.
Ever since then, it's been running, and it's a real simplistic system.
It's really not too complicated. It's just building it, you're kind of going, man, that's gonna work, but you still wonder if it's actually gonna work. Once that first one pumps out, it's super exciting to see it.
Crazy, like I was saying before, the parts that we use on it, they use them on nuclear reactor plants to keep the water for keeping the towers cool is what they told us. It was nothing that you can't go and buy off the shelf. Not at, obviously Home Depot, but you could buy it readily available off the shelf.
Anything where you're going in brand new, especially in an industry you're not familiar with.
Here we go, set! All right, this is one of my favorite parts that Randy might be able to explain to you guys, but I wasn't allowed to show this last time because we were working with proprietary, but everything's patented, so if we show it, we show it. But what's happening back here?
We're releasing air. We're making, so this is where the magic happens and where the waves come from.
So people want to know about the water quality.
Our chocolate milk. I also designed and engineered some filtration for this. It's working on solar. If you look at some of the aerial pictures of this place, it is truly the desert. There's a hell of a lot of dust out here. Very, very fine dust. In fact, in your first video, you showed one of those twisters.
Oh yeah.
I've seen large twisters just disappear in the water.
They hit the pool and just...
They just suck it right in. So we do have filtration. We got two very large filtrations units. We run on solar. Every morning when we get to the pool, we can see crystal clear water down to the bottom. But we can also see the muck down there from all that dust. And so first wave is beautiful, and after that we've got chocolate milk.
We're also here today to kind of figure out how in the world this works and how it differs from other wave pools too.
First off, it's pneumatic, so it runs on compressed air, which is a lot like some of the other pools you're familiar with. It differs from pools like Wave Garden, which are electromechanical, so they have electric motors moving equipment to actually shove the water around. We rely on compressed air to move the water around. So that's the first thing, is we're in that category. The second distinction is we don't have caissons as the industry typically thinks about them. It looks like he's ready.
He's ready.
There's one little section in the middle you kind of gotta we're in the pneumatic category, which pneumatic is better at certain things and somewhat not as good at other things. So just in terms of a category, pneumatic is simple. There's less moving parts, there's less maintenance, less equipment to go down, less equipment to keep on the shelf when you're operating a pool.
It's a fun board, man.
You like it?
Yeah.
How's the wave?
The wave is sweet, perfect. It's a short wave now, but as you get longer, you just keep going. The wall was good stand up, strong, and I'm at 210 pounds. It took me going on the wave easy. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'll try again. I want to make sure. I'm not really sure.
The only reason this pool doesn't have a left, or we don't actually run lefts, is we didn't have enough land. We wanted the water to dissipate, and if we made a left in this pool, we would lose water. It would go over the top.
Whose idea was it to make it right?
My understanding is there's a vast majority of surfers that surf right.
The real reason why we don't throw a left is we built to my property line.
Oh.
So,
wow.
So we are on my property line and I would flood out my neighbor's house.
Did you guys have to grade this?
Yeah.
So this is, dude, was that how it was down there?
So this was this way and then that was flat. So we came this way to build it up. So this was all graded.
Number two, the way I situated this, the prevailing winds here, I wanted it to be offshore winds.
Offshore.
We can't go into specific numbers, but
Someone's got my stick.
we are, from what we can tell with this test pool and actual data that we're collecting, we're beating what's considered to be normal in the pneumatic world by a significant margin.
So to boil that down really simply, the amount of energy it takes to put off a wave, you guys believe is less than any other pool?
Less than any other pneumatic style pool.
Okay.
So we have electricity, motor, compresses air, and then we move water. So there's one extra efficiency loss in there that puts electromechanical at an advantage in the energy equation.
I'm stoked.
Why?
I'm stoked. The wave and the possibilities, you know? They say bigger column, water, bigger wave. That's already it's already a good size wave. Compared to the other waves, it's about the same or even better. And if you can do bigger, then nobody can beat this. Nobody. It's so smart. So smart.
We wanted to demonstrate that we could make a wave that meets expectations for surfers and then talk about the energy once we've done that.
Okay. Are you willing to discuss how this whole thing actually creates a wave?
Yeah, so, I mean, we've got a patent. Anyone can go to our website, look at the patent, and read it for themselves.
We might even link it.
Yeah, we'll link it. It's a really interesting document. I mean, Tony, you know, he's the visionary. He talked about it last time, how he thinks about things kind of backwards, and he took that and he came up with this design that really is conceptually very different. You know, typical pneumatic pools are pushing air to create a bump in the water. He's evacuating air to create a trough in the water. When you create the trough, you get a natural rebound back up. Instead of having to create both the down and the up using energy, you only create the down. And
there he goes. There he goes.
Yeah.
Now he's talking. Can we make it bigger?
Oh yeah. Yeah, if we get it out of a shipping container, we got to open that container and see what's in there. The answer is absolutely yes. Again, drop-in technology. It's what makes it happen. I mean, how far do you want to drop the water?
The bigger the drop, the bigger the top.
Write that down. That's exactly right. The bigger the drop, the bigger the top.
Wow. For a visual, what I see is a pocket, I guess it's a pocket of air, traveling across the pool in a ripple, which creates this negative, which turns into the height of a wave.
Pretty much. We're storing energy in the form of compressed air under the pool. You know, when we're charging like we're doing now, we're shoving air in that's pressurized, and that's essentially holding energy. When we release that energy, it drops the water. If we were to just run one of our chambers, the air rushes out, the surface of the water goes down and then up. If you time each chamber down the wall so that it's sequential, you make a wave that travels at an angle to the wall.
There's no mechanical power that makes the wave run. Like, wow.
Air.
Air.
Compressed air.
Math equations happening in my brain right now.
Smoke's coming out, I can see it.
You open, the column of water pushes and the wave comes up.
Yep.
But where the air comes out from?
Okay, so actually, this is maybe a good example.
Okay.
See how there's water there and there's air on top?
Okay.
Picture this is the wall.
Okay.
And then this is open to the pool. If you push air in from this side,
The
it
water-
actually pushes the water down.
And it goes up.
And the water goes up. And that happens slow. And then you shut the air, you hold it, and then you release the air.
When you release the air,
the water rushes back in.
Rush back in.
And the surface goes down.
And then you open here and it makes the wave.
And then you do the next one, so it goes.
So you gotta open this valve and this valve.
There's no valve here. This
You
is
only
just
release in the air, you make the water comes in.
one valve, we release the air and the water comes in naturally. And it's gravity.
Okay, I got you.
Oh God! Oh my God! Okay, quick recap, because this conversation got very scientific and I think some of the nodes on my brain started to fry while we were talking. But from what I understand about the magic behind the wave source, wave generation systems typically fall into two categories. Electromechanical, which means they use electric motors and gears to drive paddles that create water motion, or pneumatic, which relies on compressed air to create water motion. The wave source is a reinvented pneumatic system. The difference from legacy pneumatic systems is that it functions by releasing air to create a water drop. The wave peak is powered by a natural rebound, so they only use energy for the drop. The design allows the wave source to use half the energy of legacy pneumatic pools. For electromechanical pools, these typically have an advantage in energy cost over pneumatic systems. However, this slight savings is dramatically offset by the costs associated with their complex drivetrain, which requires higher upfront costs, scheduled maintenance, and potential mechanical failures. Now, I think we have a better understanding of how the wave source is keeping the financials as low as possible. Why shipping containers?
When we did this, we had to be mindful, like Tony said. We couldn't go broke doing this, and we didn't want to bring in big investors and watch some of the failures these other parks have had. They brought investors in, announced the road, they're building this greatest wave ever, or whatever they were doing, and go down the tube. We wanted to do this on our own terms, in our own backyard. You know, I literally DM'd Ben and be like, hey, you want to come try it? And it was kind of a joke in the beginning, I think, for everyone. He was like, yeah, it's like a 1 foot pillar, and that was choppy, because that was our first wave, and we thought it was like the world's greatest thing. And
I genuinely thought it was tiny before I showed up here.
Well, they call me tiny too.
But I was coming regardless.
No, I know, and that's why we're where we're at today, I think. And the friendships that have been made through this whole process have been amazing, I feel. I mean, that's been part of it.
You've been introduced to the world of wave pools, and I'm sure everyone who's even thought about building a wave pool has seen what you guys are up to.
It's really interesting to be in this now, I guess.
You're in it, buddy.
Maybe. There's a lot of genuinely great people. It's been really good to be on the periphery and just kind of learning about it. And I guess now I'm kind of out there.
You guys probably didn't see all this coming, but you guys are in business, pretty much. What's the future for Wave Source?
We're looking at a couple of partners to actually build pools. In addition to that, there are contractors out there that have actually contacted us and wanting to buy basically just the machinery to make the wave itself, just the components, and then let them build their own pool. So we're trying to figure out exactly how they are going to make this happen.
Most people would go out, get money, build a pool, already have a business plan in place. You guys built a pool, made a video with me, it accidentally went viral, and now you have to get into business because you have hundreds of people asking you to build them.
So we're already businessmen. Here's the deal, we do everything backwards. We didn't want to go out there and not have it work and be like, hey, we did this, and fell on our face. And so that's why we just did it opposite. You know, we do already have an alliance. We did get a committed order. Essentially, the waves are really inexpensive to make. Our EBITDA is really good on this project. Once the factory is up in operation, which will be next month, I believe our end can be done in 4 months, but I don't believe that the cities and all that. I mean, we got lucky that the county did work with us. It was a feat. I mean, he was just here yesterday talking to us.
How's it going?
This is the county.
guy laying in the road.
That's me, that's me.
So this is Yavapai County. They were fortunate enough to let us do this here. We do appreciate that. You know, they saw the future and they're seeing that, you know, things to be done different. Doesn't have to be. Lucky we have some great people in the county that, you know, supported what we were doing and they wanted to see it. I mean, this is truly the American dream.
Shipping containers. We modified the interior to get the concept that I wanted clearly. The reason a plane flies is because of the shape of the wing. The reason a corkscrew works is because of the shape of the screw. It functions merely on the fact that it's shaped that way. This makes waves with the drop-in technology based on shape. There's nothing moving below the surface of the water.
Your goal with this pool was exactly what?
Well, I wanted to see if it worked. You know, I had this idea. I made several test pools in my little shop. When I hit on that, it seems so natural. It's what nature wants it to do. It's gravity, it's the weight of the water. Crazy enough, with the proper baffling and timing, it worked.
We do plan on putting a pool in. We are going to be working with, might as well say it now, Ben will enlighten to you maybe what has kind of perspired through this whole thing too with all of us.
Are we claiming 2 orders or 1 order? We can officially verify through my hard work. Look at these calluses. We've got a pool on order. There's going to be a bigger one of these pools, a real deal situation in the continental United States where you can drive to if you are a United States resident. This is happening. This is real. It's kind of unbelievable, but it is.
So you want to go a little deeper and tell them everything? Let's turn the interview on you, buddy.
Well, I'm just gonna make some real deal claims here. These are good people right here, and they invited me out here to make a video, and the video exploded. This potentially could be a life-changing situation for everyone here, and they invited me in to become a partner in the Wave Source, and it's an honor, and I honestly can't believe it. Thanks, partner.
My number one.
Now you can't back out. Should we discuss commissions on film too? But this is real. And if this video feels like an advertisement to you, you're damn straight it is. I want these guys to succeed in every way, shape, and form. But this is all real. This happened. These guys put up the money, put their time and energy.
If you want to turn around quick, this is how our crew is. That's my daughter.
The crew.
That's my daughter pulling a hose out so she can move. We're gonna move some water today, and that's really what we're doing.
They put their money on the line, they put their time on the line, they took time away from his manufacturing company to come here and build this for real.
Put it on my property.
We'll see what the future holds. We have 1 pool on order, so.
Well, I think we got a second one on order yesterday too. We want to do this different.
I took a little.
Solid vibes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brenda.
Welcome, Ben.
That's the actual boss right there.
What was that?
This is the actual boss.
That's the real boss. Me and my wife bought this ranch never intending to build a wave pool.
You don't say.
The day I closed on it, Tony comes out and Tony's like, Ash, let's build the ranch. And then I'm like, talk to the real boss, Brenda, my wife. And he did. And she agreed to it, luckily. She probably hates me now from it, but it's part of it. That was never our intentions to start this, but we do want to go on to bigger and better things for the corporation. And instead of bringing in a bunch of investors, this was an easy way for us to build this thing up and go forward. Right now that they committed to us would be 60 chambers. So the pool will be about 1,000 feet long when all said and done.
3 times longer.
3 times longer than this one.
Bigger waves.
Yeah, bigger waves, longer ride time. It should be an epic pool, and we're honored for them to let us do our first pool with them, and them from actually to believe in us and to do it. You know, we're very fortunate. We're super honored for that. After talking to them for a while, they're a lot like us. We're a bunch of blue collar guys. I mean, we really did this. A blue collar project in a dream. And most guys don't say they get to finish it. You know, no one dreamt this 10 years ago. And when do you ever really think you would see a pool in the backyard?
Never. Everyone dreamed about it when they were kids.
Yeah. I mean, even the competition was out here yesterday, and you know, we feel honored too. We're not sitting here trying to hide stuff. You know, we're literally trying to collaborate and make things better for the industry. We want the industry to succeed. We don't want the industry to stall out by overpriced pools. When did surfing cost $300 million? Oh.
Yeah, true.